Asari Dokubo is a multifaceted human being. You know, he is Igbo in the morning, in the night. He is a Fulani apologist. You know, he's a Fulani apologist in the night. So the surrounding is not too good. And the definition of Asari Dokubo, even though he claims to be an Igbo man, is still questionable today. People are struggling to define him. People are struggling to unveil him. Whether Asari Dokubo like it or not, he said he wants to remove an Igbo blood from him, if it is possible. You know, that this Igbo blood he has in him is disturbing him, it's giving him confusion. He's losing direction because of Igbo blood in him. Now, people are saying, if you want to do that, it's very easy. You know, go to hospital and take away the blood and put the Fulani blood in you, since that is the only way to go. And that is the word we have for Asari Dokubo this morning. You know, it's not by force. We know the genesis of reservations Asari Dokubo has continued to have till today. You know, and we know the mystery surrounding it, and we know how he was able to get to where he is, and we know the struggle he embarked on has failed. You know, the Niger Delta has been in disarray. There's massive pollution going on in Niger Delta. His aim and objectives of the struggle failed, and he never achieved one. You know, and we don't need such person in the struggle for Biafra. And that's why we are saying, Asari Dokubo, to an extent, you have limitations, and their era have come and gone. This is the era of Simon Ekpa and Mazin Namdekano to advance the Biafran cause, and there's nothing we can do about it. Nobody is taking him aside, but his opinions has altered the understanding and the communication network that makes Biafra relational with him, you know. So at that extent, he has identified himself as an arc personality. So we need to be careful, you know. And you can see all this while nobody has come and challenged him, nobody has said anything. They allow him you know, to run his rhetoric the way it pleases him. No, that's a good one for him. You know, if you think that is okay. But what I'm telling you is at this point in time is that, you know, it will get to a point where things will be properly defined, where things will be begin to take foundation, you know, because you cannot be demanding for something when you know that thing is not right. You cannot become a governor where there is no democracy. You cannot become a governor where there is no election. You cannot marry a wife in absentia. You cannot become a husband in your dream. And that is why all of a sudden you see Asari Dokubo dancing left and right always about his identity, his personality. And we continue to question that, and we continue to say it has come to a stop. To an extent, he's trying to negotiate a particular position, and they asked him to wait. And the time has not come for that. When the time comes for that, the leadership will know what to do. I think that was the beginning of his reservation, and he started seeing that as a betrayal. It's quite suspicious, you know. But it cannot be in the same line with Simon Ekpa. That's not possible. You know, Simon Ekpa is far ahead of Asari Dokubo in terms of this struggle, and there's no how two of them can come together in any form. That statement coming from him is not too palatable. It does not encourage, you know, leadership. You know, it does not encourage cohesion. It does not encourage friendly atmosphere. You cannot do a struggle like that, you know, without having an atmosphere of tolerance and friendliness. So I don't know the angle where he's coming from, you know, that he does not know anybody. If he does not know anybody, then who are you there talking to? If he doesn't know anybody, who are you talking to? It does not mean you need to call out those people and address it to them, and not using that kind of word. There are a lot of people who are doing great jobs in terms of Biafra more than Simon Ekpa, and their voices are not being heard. You know, I'm telling you, they're not being heard. They are doing great work, but they're not being heard. So those kind of statements for me, it does not carry leadership. You know, it does not carry understanding. It does not carry reality. It does not carry does not promote friendliness. How can you say if you are here or there without relationship? If you are talking about struggle, you have to be relational. If you are talking about succeeding, you have to establish a relationship, and relationship is based on friendly atmosphere. You understand what I'm saying? It's based on friendly atmosphere. So that is the way to go. So at any point in time when these things are happening like this, we need to understand. But for me, I believe that Simon Ekpa, to an extent, might have some reservations over some certain things that he's not comfortable with. And that have been taken note of, and that can be properly addressed. They can address it, without any issue. And that is the direction I believe that it will go. And that is the way I feel, Nigerians will understand and begin to look at it in that direction. And of course, Biafrans will continue to look at it in that direction. The quest to put Nigeria together, has failed. That is not how you say you look at it. In the north, there is separation. In the west, Yoruba land, there is separation. In the east, there is separation. So everything about Nigeria is about separation. And every entity, regional nationality, will need to understand and begin to work hard because of uncertainty that is going to come at the end of the day. So Simon Ekpa is not far from the truth, but what we are saying that we should be promotional with our statement. We should be promotional with what we do. We should be promotional with what we say. We should build leadership, friendliness, with our words, and that is the only way Biafra restoration can only come. The leadership ends on the table of the man himself, the IPOB leader. Any other person I do not know. Who is the leader? Nnamdi Kanu is the IPOB leader. He's the IPOB leader. He's a Biafranist. He's a Biafran activist. He's a Biafran leader currently now that the whole world knows. Anything apart from that, we do not know. No, somebody, according to him, he said he is self-acclaimed. When he used that word self-acclaimed, he gave it to himself. Nobody was able to be part of that. He gave it to himself. It's just like when they said a national leader of APC. Nobody voted for Tinubu to become national leader. He assumed himself. APC national leader. They call it Tinubu. But did anybody vote for Tinubu? No, there's a process of democratization. Everything we do in a struggle like this. So whatever anybody gives himself to shoot his own ideology and what he tends to achieve, as long as at the end of the day there is restoration of the place of Africa. I'm talking about Biafra. Well, for me, it is a good development. A lot of things need to be fused, need to be checked at the end of the day. That will power the newest nation that's about to emerge in Africa. Okay, let's move to